So Veymax sent me an email. They wanted to know if they could get the Roadster X4 on my channel. I said, what are the stipulations? They said, the only thing that we want to know is how you feel about the board. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and dive into what is the Veymax Roadster X4. Let's go ahead and crack into this box real quick. So as soon as you open it up, you're going to notice that there is a top layer of styrofoam right here. Go ahead and throw that to the side, save it. You're going to need it later on. It's going to come in handy when you want to transport your board in your vehicle. All right, inside the box, we've got these cables that are meant for charging the remote. We've also got this cool little baggie that has got a lot of stickers and an extra lanyard. This lanyard replaces the boring black one. So as you turn on the remote, you can see that it works, which is nice. Got a nice thumb wheel. It's got different settings, different modes. We have got the cool Veymax branded T-tool, which is pretty standard. All T-tools pretty much look like this. Inside this baggie, we've got an Allen wrench and a couple extra screws that are to be used to mount the brake lights, which I didn't mount because, in my personal opinion, they look a little dorky. And these are the included brake lights. And there was also a charger in here. I took that out and set it to the side already when I was looking at something. So I asked myself, after I noticed that there was about 10 different Veymax videos, I said, James, how am I gonna make this video different than all the rest of them? I don't wanna just get on this board and ride it and tell you how I feel about it. So I had to sit and think for a couple days, so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and perform surgery on this board, take it apart. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna see what the gasket looks like. We're gonna see what the ESC looks like. We're gonna check out the batteries and the cells, see how everything's ran, check it all out, make sure it's done correctly. So that's what this video is gonna be. There might be a couple seconds of some ride footage, but primarily we're gonna go ahead and crack this thing open, and I'm gonna show you what's inside here and what's inside here. Let's get to it. All right, so upon my first general inspection, I do notice that there is a nice little gasket that runs along. Looks like we've got washers, nylock nuts. Those are good signs. See if I've got the right. Yeah. Wow, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, so we have got the battery compartment pulled apart, and upon inspection, I am pleasantly surprised. I like the gasket. It's nice that it is actually a rubber gasket. It's not a foam gasket, which honestly you should replace every time that you open this up. I can see that we've got a zip tie with some foam around here. That is a very good sign. Got a little bit of hot glue right there with I wish that wasn't all plastic. Well, I guess it's fine if it breaks and it bounces around in there. It doesn't short anything out, but the battery is extremely well encased. That's nice. I'm actually surprised, Veymax. I did not expect this. As you can see, we have got the ESC, and then we've got the let's see, where's the phase wires? Phase wires are right here. This is going to be the red and black one. And then we've got the motor wires. This one going to the right motor, this one going to the left motor. They're just using XT connectors, but it's nice to see that it's styrofoam and zip tied on there so that there will be no problems, disconnects or anything like that. We got all of the what they do is they put this glue in there so that it pretty much waterproofs the entire ESC so that no moisture or anything can get in there. So that's nice to see. Also, a lot of companies already do that, so that way they don't need the full gasket right here. So yeah, this is very good to see. Veymax, not a bad job. You honestly don't need the entire gasket right here because you've got the weatherproofing right there. Good job. Okay, so upon further inspection of the ESC enclosure, I'm surprised. But it's good hard plastic. Same thing with the battery. They've done a pretty good job of securing everything to the board. They've done a good job of weatherproofing everything. You have to be careful because these are not metal, so these will break. Where you'll hear you'll get none of that. But from what I'm seeing right now, this battery and this ESC should last for a couple hundred miles to a couple thousand miles, of course, depending on how you ride it, how hard you are. But for a beginner board, this is something that is not a bad option. So my final thoughts on how this board is put together, the thing that I like about it is that it is KISS. It is keep it simple, stupid. So everything that they have done, it is very simple. It's going to be easy to replace. So if you have something that is wrong with your ESC, chances are probably just send you maybe a whole new one of these enclosures. If not, they'll probably send you just this little ESC part of it, which looks like it unscrews with 4 screws. You can go ahead and pull this out, replace it. Of course, that is if your board is under warranty. I'm not too sure how Veymax's customer service is going to be regarding those things. I haven't really bought anything from them, and they sent me this for free to give my opinion on what it was. My opinion on this board after riding it for I put about 20 miles on it. I had a buddy of mine, Devin Corley. Go ahead and I'm gonna include his testimonial right now so that you guys can hear that.
Veymax Roadster X4 is pretty much just another hub motor board. When the remote dies, it's a hard cutoff on power to the board. The remote does keep enough power to maintain full brakes, so does the board. 30 mile an hour top speed on the highest mode. Downhill.
So pretty much when I got the board back from Devin, he had ridden it and he had given me quite a good report. He said that it wasn't the best board that he had ever ridden, but if somebody was a beginner, then this is something that would not disappoint, but it probably wouldn't please. Where this board lacks in fun is hills. Now, if you're in an area with a lot of hills, due to this board being a hub drive board, there's going to be 2 things that's going to kill you. It's going to be wind and it's going to be hills. So my overall impressions with this is if you're a beginner and you never have e-skated before, this might be something that would be fun. It's not a bad price point. However, there are a couple other companies that have a little bit better bang for buck that I have personally dealt with before. Meepo, Ace-Deck, Tiny. I know that they are reliable brands. Veymax, I don't know very much about them, so I don't know if I can go ahead and vouch for them. I'm going to have to keep my eye on them. But the way that this board is put together, it looks like if you want to spend the money on it, it's something that should last for a good amount of time. I'm not too sure if all Lingies do this, but this ESC like pulses when it first starts up. You can hear there's a humming noise to them. Well, you might not be able to hear because my microphone's attached to my shirt. But as you can see, this is my only gripe with this board. My only gripe with this board is the wheels. I am not a fan of the wheels. The kind of cloud wheel knockoff type deal. Not the biggest fan of them. I don't feel like they're very safe. It adds a kind of uneven surface to your wheels. You don't need them if you're riding on streets all the time. They will wear down and it will give you a solid contact patch for the surf. They will wear down and give you a solid contact patch instead of having the cloud wheel AT type design, which some people like. I really don't. It bugs me. I can feel the vibrations from the wheels coming up into the deck and into my feet, and it also makes it so it's not an uneven contact patch, so these wheels will slide out on you if you're not careful. But what's nice is I guess they're all right for absorbing impacts. So yeah, Veymax, ditch these wheels, put on some regular things, and you'll be all right.